Hey everybody, it's Toya Taylor and I'm back with another video. This is more commentary about Tyler Perry's Sistas season finale, the episode 22, and the title is Too Little Too Late. Now I left a little something out last night on my review, so I just wanted to come back and talk about it. So I'm about to play this clip. Well, I have two clips I'm about to play of the both scenes that I left out, and we're gonna talk about it.
Hey.
What is it, Preston?
Damn, Danny.
I don't want to meet that girl, Preston.
Look, I didn't call about that.
All right, then what is it?
I left some things at your house.
Really? Really?
Can I just get my clothes?
Yeah. You do this shit on purpose.
No, I don't.
Oh, no, I know you do. Just so that you can have a reason to, I don't know, just bother me,
I swear I didn't.
Okay. Well, how about I just put your shit in a box and leave it at the front door? Does that work?
What's wrong with you?
Don't worry about all that.
Danny, this attitude's getting real old.
I don't care.
Look, I'm just a block away from here.
I don't care. I'm gonna leave your shit at the front door, okay?
Okay. Alright, fine.
All right. Thank you. Goodbye, Preston.
Danny.
Goodbye.
Okay, first of all, Preston, last time we heard from you, you was at the airport meeting Mindy at her gate, coming off of her flight. So, where is she? And why you all of a sudden worrying about your clothes that you left back at Danny's house? Like, this is why I agree with Danny that you do this shit on purpose. And I feel like you really playing games right now. You playing childish games with this whole Mindy situation anyway. I'm wondering, is this girl even for real? Or is he really just trying to get attention from Danny at this point? Because if Mindy really came off her flight and y'all supposed to be mingling, why is you back on my line telling me, Sheep, don't start. I'm recording. Don't start. Okay, why is you back on my line telling me that you left your clothes at my house? Like you all of a sudden need your clothes. Like, I'm sure you got other wardrobes to wear. If not, I'm pretty sure you can go buy some. For the meantime, why you choose tonight, the night that Mindy comes to town, to come get your clothes from my house? No, it's giving full of shit. Simply because, Preston, you sat at her house all that day when she was at work. You had even cooked, cleaned, and everything else. By the time she came in, you had dinner ready. But it broke the mood whenever you started trying to ask her to marry you again. And then she did not want to talk about that because she kept telling you no, she don't want to do that. And she had even asked you, like, why would you want to go and marry this girl just because I don't want to marry you right now? Same question I'm asking. Like, Preston, you say that you don't like her. You say she don't do it for you. I'm wondering if she's even real. Because no, we have not met her, and I understand that he have been trying to get Danny to meet her, but he could be playing games just like Fatima was over there with Zed. He could have someone acting as if this is that when it's not. And the reason why I feel that way is because I don't believe that if Preston was really trying to move on with this lady the way he claimed to be, even though she don't do it for you, which is crazy to me. But if Preston was really trying to move on with this lady, then he wouldn't be calling Danny right now while she in town. talking about some clothes he left over there at her house, especially when he had numerous of time to gather his clothes. Even after he left that night, he could have gathered them before he left, because he made it clear to Danny that he's going back to Mindy if she say no about the marriage, about the engagement. So by you making that clear like that, why didn't you grab your clothes before you left? Since you were so clear about it. Yeah. And another thing, when you called her the next morning as if nothing never happened, asking, could you come over? Could you come by? You want to see her? Q was in the shower at the time when Preston had called. And then she turned it down because she was like, I don't really like for a man to be begging like that. And on top of that, I'm going to get up and start my day. So, like, we could just meet up later. Could you just come by later? And so they agreed to that. But later, he was meeting Mindy at the airport. When later came, by the time Danny headed to work, Preston was already there. Okay? Period. So it's like, what type of games are you really playing, Preston? And then now all of a sudden, you want to come get your clothes. When you had time to come get them then. Even when we talked on the phone after that, and when Q was in my shower, I'm making like I'm Danny right now. You still had time to mention your clothes then, and you did not. So I feel like you full of shit, and I don't blame Danny for turning it down. Cause like, dude, you gonna have to actually come correct, because all this trying to get my attention with Mindy and you leaving your clothes and just this and that, it's just not, you're turning me off. If anything, you're pushing me further away. So you're gonna have to try to work on you're gonna have to work on that. Like the way you seek out for attention, the way you cry out for help. Yeah, you need to work on the way that you do that, because you're not going to receive with the reaction that you want from Danny constantly doing this behavior. Like, this is not, no. If you want her to submit and be like, Preston, look, I love you, I want you, and I want to make this work with you, then I don't think that trying to introduce her to another woman is the route to go. But I don't know, y'all. I'm going to leave that up for Preston and Danny to deal with on next season. So I'm going to go into the next clip of the last scene that I forgot to talk about on my review last night.
This son of a bitch. Hey, don't pay me. What are you doing? Where's my shit? What are you talking about? The shit that you stole from my house. I didn't take nothing from your house. Yeah, just my car. Look, man, I had a long day. I don't have time for no bullshit. Give me my keys. I'm not giving you these keys. I had a set of spare keys, and you took them. I know. Give me my keys. No. Do you want me to f*** you up? The only reason why you got me last time, because you snuck me. But I'm ready for your ass. What you got? This. Cute. Better get the f*** around me. Give me my keys. Come get them. Give me my keys. What? What? You scared now, ain't you?
what I have to say about this. Maurice, why haven't the police got called yet? Like, why aren't you going for real justice here? Like, I don't understand why you're trying to actually fight Q with your hands when he have stolen your car and allegedly he have stolen everything out of your home. Now, when Q first walked up and Maurice said, you took all my shit out my house, Q said, no, I didn't. And he said, oh, so you just took my car? Where's my keys? Give me my keys. I had a spare key and you got it. And Q said, I sure do. It kind of made me think, because for one, I was already wondering, how did Q have time to even go to Maurice's house and actually clean out the house the way that he did? Like, cleaned house, okay? Took everything. I'm trying to figure out, how did how did Q have enough time to do all of that when he was on the clock? And before he left for work, he was at Danny's. He woke up and took a shower at her house because he didn't have a place to take a shower. So it's like, if he had enough time to actually go and clean out Maurice's whole house. Okay, y'all, excuse the train. I had to cut it out because it was going to pick up on my microphone. But if Q had enough time to load up all Maurice's things and have somewhere to put them and make it to work on time, or either make it back to work, depending on if he did it before he went to work or if he did it on break. Which I don't believe his break could even be that long, working at the airport, long enough to go and actually load up. Or, I mean, he could have hired movers to go in there and do it, but I just don't believe that happened. Even though Calvin, he was at Sabrina's. But you also gotta ask yourself, who all have a key to Maurice's house at this point? Because going back to, was it first season, second season, whichever one, when we got a little inside scoop of Maurice's friend, that he the whole reason why Q is even, like, he was the one, Maurice's friend. Okay, let's go back for a second. Yeah, I'm trying to get it right. Maurice's friend had a key to Maurice's house, and he would bring his nightcaps to Maurice's house because Maurice was letting him use the extra room for his nightcaps. This was before Calvin moved in. Okay? Maurice's friend was the one that brought Q back to Maurice's house that night. When Maurice came in and he was listening up at the door, and he thought Calvin was in there with a guy. So he had to run back and tell Sabrina that he ran back and told Sabrina that he heard Calvin. Hold on, y'all. The kid's getting off the bus. Okay, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm back. Now, back to what I was saying. Maurice had his ear up at the door, listening, thinking that there was Calvin in there with someone else because he had just let Calvin move in, but forgot to get his key back from his friend that he was letting, use the room part-time for his nightcaps or whatever the case may be. Calvin was gone out of town, I think, around the time whenever this happened. So Calvin, he wasn't even there. He was unaware. And Maurice had went and told Sabrina that it was Kevin and them with another man, unknowingly that it was his friend the whole time, up until his friend came by the bank to bring him back the key or whatnot. And so, I think that's around the time whenever Kevin wallet got stole. Either way, y'all can go back and watch if you like. But I need to know how many people have Maurice's key, because it's mighty funny that Q, he was able to admit that he stole the car. He got the spare key. Like, he told him, yeah, I sure did. Like, Q don't have a problem with admitting that he is a shitty criminal. He does not have a problem with admitting that. So, I mean, and to Maurice anyway. He over there hiding it with Danny right now, up until he pull out the tool on her and take all of her shit out her studio apartment. But either way, it's mighty funny that he can admit to taking the car and the key, but he told him, like, I ain't taking nothing out your house. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. And who knows? All the people that Q was having in Maurice's house, they probably grabbed the key and made a spare so they can double back and take everything. Who knows? Who really got Maurice's shit? But that's a good question to ask. Is it really Q? You know, or did Q pay somebody to do it? Did he fly somebody some dope to do it? Because y'all know he on them drugs. So, and that's another thing. Maurice was so, he was so unhesitant to drug test Calvin before he let Calvin roommate with him. But you did not one time ask Q to pee on the stick. You did not one time, ask Q to pee in the cup. Not one time. Did you test him? Because if you would have, you would have known that he's using cocaine. Since you so worried about what Calvin was doing before you let him into your home. I mean, Maurice is just so many questions right now. But when the gun went off on the last scene, y'all, I'm just hoping that whoever it hit, I'm hoping that it wasn't Maurice. Okay? We're just going to put it like that. And, y'all, we're going to see what happened on next season. But I will be back with videos in between time. So until then, thank y'all for watching. This is your girl, Toya Taylor. If you have not subscribed to my channel yet, please go ahead and do so. And also, hit that notification bell button so you know when I come through with more videos. Until next time, I hope y'all have a great day. Peace.